Good afternoon and welcome to the 2015 Adirondack Challenge, and what a day! This is our third Adirondack Challenge, and you always wonder, how could you do better than what was done last year? And I really didn't think we could, but we did. Perfect weather, many activities, and a wonderful crowd here. So thank you very much for joining the governor and his family. There are folks here from all over New York State, and of course you now know you're in the best part of the state, my district. It goes without saying that we appreciate the governor's presence in the Adirondacks and in the North Country. It is really one of those things that, as they say on television, is absolutely priceless. And to show that appreciation, we have many folks here. Some I am going to introduce individually, but I'd like to begin by asking all of the local town supervisors to stand up and give a wave of recognition. Governor, that speaks for itself. We really and truly appreciate you being here. And then we have some other people who have come and joined us today. We're certainly proud to have Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul with her husband today. And our Congresswoman, Elise Stefanik, is here, and I have to say, I got an email from my military pilot son in Fallon last Tuesday and said, there's a Congressman Stefanik going to be here Friday. Do you know her? So Elise had a great visit with him, and he was really proud to meet her. And then we have our senators from our Senate boat. And believe me, this was really a boat, a raft that had it all. We were bipartisan. We were upstate, downstate, and we had assembly members as well as senators with us. Joining us in our boat was Senator Phil Boyle, Senator Joe Griffo, Senator Kevin Parker, and we had two assemblymen in the boat as well, and also joining us for dinner today is Senator Kathy Marchione. All the way from Long Island, County Exec, Suffolk County Exec, Steve Ballone. Montgomery County Exec, Matt Ossenfort is here. Erie County Exec, Mark Polenkars, and Albany Mayor, Kathy Sheehan. Yonkers Mayor, Mike Spano. The Mayor of Dunkirk, Anthony Doles. The Mayor of Watertown, Jeff Graham. Our Hamilton County Chairman, Bill Farber. Essex County Chairman Bill Farabee, Warren County Chairman Billy Jones, our Greene County Acting Chair Kevin Lewis, and a man that I've gotten to know as a member of the New York State Tourism Advisory Committee, Pro Football Hall of Fame running back, and Buffalo Bills fan, Thurman Thomas. We also have many other local officials, mayors, and some county supervisors that are only legislators, but we welcome you all, and we truly appreciate you being here. It's such a privilege to have you all with us again and to host yet another beautiful weekend, every weekend's like this, really, in the North Country. And whether you went rafting, fishing, hiking, or horseback riding, a new attraction this year, on one of our beautiful trails, the events we participated in today were just a taste of all we have to show here in the North Country. Every year, the challenge is a great success because of the hard work of our local officials who put into this event. For ORDA, this is an ORDA facility that's here. And to the many, many, many volunteers from Indian Lake. They outdo themselves. We also couldn't have done it if the governor hadn't decided to do this and to raise the profile of the North Country, which indeed he has. I can tell you firsthand, we are seeing new economic life here, not just in the tourism business, but in the interest of people coming here to start a business, and their businesses are doing well because we're getting more people coming here. The competition today shows what we can do with the governor's help, especially when it comes to meeting local needs. A couple of examples. When Whiteface Veterans Memorial Highway was in a serious state of disrepair, and I mean serious, Governor Cuomo stepped up to the plate and helped us refurbish the roadway that draws so many thousands of visitors can come and experience a one-of-a-kind view. In my mind, it's as good as Niagara Falls. And let me tell you about Tupper Lake's Wild Walk. We have the Wild Center in Tupper Lake, and with state funding, as our Tupper Lake folks, with state funding that they achieved through the Regional Economic Development Councils, they were able to do the Wild Walk. Let me tell you something, it has gotten national recognition. Last summer, they did not reach 1,000 visitors in a day. This year, they have not been below 1,200 any day since the Wild Walk opened, and last Saturday, they had 2,100 visitors. Unbelievable. That's a real example of how the state and local government can come together to give our tourists yet another reason to spend more time in the Adirondacks. And now, it is my pleasure and join in a big North Country welcome to her, someone who I've worked with for years when I was in the Assembly and now even in the Senate, our Assemblywoman from New York City, Deborah Glick.
Everybody have a great day. Thank you, Governor. This was a wonderful, wonderful experience. This is my first time, but it is not going to be my last time. I want to give a big shout out to raft number 11. And I know that one of my colleagues always winds up being last in these lists, so I'm going to start with him first. Ken Zabrowski. Michael Cusick, Staten Island's in the house. Donna Lepardo from Binghamton. John McDonald, who was not in the raft, he chose to golf. Wimp, John McDonald from the Capital Region. Our captain, Addie Russell. Angelo's Santa Barbara. And since this is a bipartisan list, from Long Island, someone who was recently kayaking on the Great South Bay, but chose to raft today, Joe Saladino. And a gentleman in whose district I believe we are currently enjoying the good food, Dan Steck. Now, this may have been the first time at the Adirondack Challenge, but I have to tell you that while this is a bit of a drive from my district in Lower Manhattan, this is not my first trip to the Adirondacks. I spent many, many summers while I was still able to sleep on the ground, camping down at Raquette Lake. Let's hear it for Raquette Lake. Wonderful little campground, a state campground that nobody knows about, Brown Track Pond. Let's keep it that way because there's no services, but it's beautiful. And we are here because this governor has chosen to raise the visibility across this state of the importance of tourism to all of our communities, but no less to the Adirondacks. So I'm looking forward to putting on my long johns and coming up sometime in the winter for the Winter Challenge. I was promised there was an opportunity to go down the Mount Von Hovenberg bobsled again, which I did many years ago, but I'm looking forward to doing that again. So I want to thank everybody who participated. I especially want to thank all of the members of the governor's staff who organized this so incredibly. Let's hear it for the staff. And I'd like to turn the mic over to Chairman Bill Farber, who will kick off the awards presentation part of this celebration. You probably don't do this stuff, but I do.
Good afternoon, everyone. It certainly is a great day in the Adirondacks. Betty Little did exaggerate a little bit, so in full disclosure, every day is not quite this warm. We do have a winter season, so we'll expect most of you back for the Winter Challenge, and bring your friends. With that said, it is really my pleasure and privilege to be here this afternoon. I've grown up, lived my entire life here in the Adirondacks, and I can tell you that the Adirondacks hasn't always gotten this kind of attention. The Adirondacks has, from time to time, felt a little left behind periodically by the state of New York and by Albany. But I think the reality is we're here today, and you've heard a lot of people comment on the fact that that's no longer the case. It's really no longer the case that Upstate's being left behind. It's no longer the case that our economy in Upstate's being ignored. It's no longer the case that we're not promoting the Adirondacks as the wonderful recreational asset which it is. And there's really one reason for that, and that reason is our governor, Andrew Cuomo. This governor is somebody that we've all come to know and experience, that he tells it like it is. And when he says he's going to promote the Adirondacks, he promotes the Adirondacks, and he promotes it in huge ways like these challenges. When he says he's interested in striking a balance and really trying to promote the park and make the economy work, as well as balancing that with the environmental needs of the park, he does it. When he says he cares about the upstate economy, it's more than just words. He implemented an REDC process that really is turning the upstate economy around, and for that, he deserves a huge round of applause. This day, though, is really about tourism. It's about marketing. It's about this great place. And we are so, so privileged to be here. Those of us that have the privilege of living in the Adirondacks really get to do this every day. With that said, today's also about competition. And we've certainly recognized that within our midst, we've got some true competitors that competed strenuously today for the opportunity to receive the recognition they deserve. And with that, I'm going to, or I have the privilege, I should say, of taking you through the first awards of the program. And for that purpose, I would like to invite a gentleman that I've come to have a great deal of respect for, consider a friend, and our great governor, Governor Andrew Cuomo. As I mentioned, we had some amazing competition at some of the venues today, and frankly, there's people that are still talking about the golf that they saw play today. I won't go into a lot of detail because that certainly may allude to some of the folks that, while competitive, may need to work on their game a bit. With that said, the first award is going to go to somebody that wears a slightly different uniform in his day job, but we have the privilege today of recognizing this individual and giving him the Adirondack Green Jacket Award for Best Golfer. Congratulations to the Madison County Sheriff, Alan Riley.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Appreciate it. For the next award, we had actually two competitions that took place on the water today in terms of rivers. And the first event that we're going to award is the Fly Fishing Award. And this is the Real Deal Award. And this award goes, actually, truth be known, the judges got a little bit soft in this one. We've got a tie, but this one goes to Jan Marie Chesterton of the New York State Hospitality and Tourism Association. Great work. And the good news is, there actually is only one award. After I was critical of the fact that the judges couldn't make up their mind, they did come back with a second script. Never happened at one of these events before, but it happened here today. The next award is really associated with what went on at Byron Park. And Betty mentioned the fact that the town of Indian Lake and the many, many volunteers really came together in an enormous way to create such a wonderful Adirondack experience venue there. But we had a lot of paddling opportunities, kayaking, canoeing, stand-up paddleboard. And this award goes to someone that really distinguished themselves in a way that you'll be able to appreciate based on the name of the award. And this is the SS Minnow Award, which goes to the Governor Mayor, Ron McDougall. Thank you.
The sheriff's still looking for the green coat.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for participating.
Your plaque, Ron.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm all excited, you know?
One of the things that came out of the Nature Conservancy acquisition that was moved forward and the closings have taken place under this governor has been the ability to showcase OK Slip Falls. It really is a hiking opportunity and a picturesque spot that the town of Indian Lake and North Creek are very, very proud to be able to showcase and market on behalf of their communities. And today, one of the events was to take a hike in there. And we've got a special award for this particular hike. And I'm told this probably was the stiffest competition because there were a lot of people in the running for this. But this is the Indian Lake Tumbler Award that it goes to SUNY IT President Robert Greer. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know. Tumbler.
I can't believe we got bad information.
Yeah, I know.
It's never happened.
It's all on videotape. That's right. Nice to
We'll go back and review the video. Now there's an honest man. We gave him an award. He said he's not sure, but what? There were a couple of tumbles much worse than his, and he'd like us to go back and review the video. The next event, as Betty mentioned, we had the opportunity to have horseback riding as part of the Adirondack Challenge this year. And that is something that we're going to really try to showcase among the 5 towns of Minerva, North Hudson, Newcomb, Indian Lake, and Long Lake by really creating an equestrian opportunity. So it was really fantastic that the governor and his people were willing to be here today and help us showcase that. With that said, and recognizing the fact that horse and equestrian is very, very large in New York State, we're going to start giving the Adirondack Pharaoh Award. And this year's recipient is somebody who I'm sure many of you know. It's North Country Plattsburgh Chamber of Commerce President Gary Douglas.
Better than anybody.
You always reminded me of John Wayne. I want you to know. Good to see you.
Thank you for participating. We also, again, this year had a motorcycle ride, and I want to give a special shout out and thank my colleague from Essex County for leading that, Bill Farabee. Thank you. With that said, I'm a little bit apprehensive about providing this award in that we all recognize that this particular governor is a huge Billy Joel and Bon Jovi fan. And yet this particular award deviates from what you would expect in that regard. But there is a Bruce Springsteen song that we thought was more applicable to this particular award. So this is the Born to Ride Award, and it goes to Commissioner Sam Roberts and his wife, Leona.
You got the best, huh? All right. All right. Well done.
I just want to again congratulate all the awardees and thank everybody for attending. I truly, truly appreciate it. The Adirondack Park is so important to me, and it means so much to me that you could all be here today. It turns out for the second half of the awards that there would be a slight conflict of interest in my making the awards. So I'm going to ask Howard Zemsky, the Commissioner of Economic Development, to come up and make that award you want me to stay right up here? Or?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here. Thank you, Chairman, and welcome everybody. One of the most fiercely contested parts of the Adirondack Challenge is the whitewater rafting. All right, whitewater rafters. Okay. These people subject their bodies to nature's fury. Or something. We had teams from as far away as Yonkers and Buffalo. And we're going to get into the awards shortly, but I have to let my fellow Buffalonians know they didn't win anything. Although, to their credit, it should be recognized they had more to drink tonight than any other team on the raft. I'm not saying if that's good or bad, but... All right, here we go. We begin by recognizing the newbies. While they aren't the fastest, they look the best on the water. The Best Paddling Form award goes to the team from the Hudson Valley, which includes Yonkers Mayor Mike Spano, College of New Rochelle President Judith Huntington, Westchester County Majority Leader Catherine Borgia, and Hyde Park Town Supervisor Aileen Rohr. For the next award, neither wind nor rain nor heat nor the occasional black fly could keep these groups from coming back to show their support for the Adirondacks. The Going the Distance Award goes to the Western New York raft led by Erie County Executive Mark Polenkars for completing the course while creating 438,000 new jobs.
Job creators. Come on, Howard. So, come on, get in here with us. Get in here with us.
The most fit raft goes to the team led by Suffolk County Executive Steve Ballone for the leanest and trimmest team on the river.
Where'd the rest of the team go? They didn't want to come off. They're the two. Liam, they were talking about me. I know. Good looking
We all know the next winner. Some of you may know her because she spent time getting to know every community in the state. Or some of you may know her because of the fall heard around the world at this year's Winter Adirondack Challenge. Please welcome the Comeback Kid Award, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul. Got it. Aside from the race between Governor Cuomo and Thurman Thomas, there are a lot of other great finishers in today's race. I'm just going to list off the top 5 rafts. We have other awards for you, so you don't have to come up. Nothing personal. You're getting me in trouble. Boat number 17, representing Hamilton County, finished 5th. Let's hear it for Hamilton County. Boat number 4, led by Erie County Executive Mark Polinkars, finished 4th. Boat number 12, led by Assembly members Glick, Santa Barbara, Hooper, and Benedetto, finished 3rd. Boat number 10, led by Assemblyman Steck and Saladino, and Senators Little, Boyle, Griffo, and Parker, won. Now, before I read the next winner, I just have to let you all know this isn't the grand prize winner. It's just the winner of this group, which is still very important and impressive. The winner of this group was boat number 11, led by Assembly members Zabrowski, Russell, Cusick, and Lepardo. There are 3 legislative rafts. Are you still with me? All right. There are 3 legislative rafts today. This particular team came in 2nd out of those 3 rafts, but they demonstrated how compromise between the Senate and the Assembly, I repeat, was crucial to getting things done. Today we saw that in action. The Legislative Coordination Award for having the Assembly and Senate paddling in the same direction goes to Assemblyman Steck and Saladino, Senators Little, Boyle, Griffo, and Parker.
That's a first.
Get in front. Before we move on to the next raft, we do have an honorable mention for an individual from the last boat, Senator Kevin Parker, the lone Democrat and New York City resident in a boat full of upstate Republicans. And they didn't push him off. stood his ground and paddled consistently to the left down the entire river. Therefore, please put your hands together for today's most progressive paddler, Senator Kevin Parker. We had two assembly rafts on the river today. Both fought valiantly, but only one can be crowned the fastest assembly raft. Congratulations to raft number 11, which came in first place out of all of today's legislative rafts, led by Assembly members Zabrowski, Russell, Cusick, and Lupardo. And what she said, and Glick, and Glick.
You did it.
And Assemblymember Glick.
All right, you did it. Justice.
The next page, Rookie of the Year.
Well done.
The next award recognizes a truly special guest. He's a former running back for the Buffalo Bills, a Hall of Fame football star who has gone from the gridiron to heading up the state's Tourism Advisory Council. He also made the courageous decision to accept Governor Cuomo's challenge to a race down the river, even though they tied for first. Well, I'm in a tough position. My boss is to the left. Hall of Fame running back from Buffalo is right here. What were you thinking was going to happen? Even though they tied for first place with a time of 18 minutes and 24 seconds. That rocks. Today, we saw that his athletic abilities do not stop on the 50-yard line. The most synchronized family award goes to Thurman and Patty Thomas and their family.
You're lucky you got the time.
All right, see it. This was the first challenge for our next two awardees. And even though they're both New York City natives, they not only finished the course, but they managed to stay in the raft. The City Slickers Award goes to Secretary to the Governor Bill Morrow and Special Counsel Rick Cotton. Rookie of the Year award goes to Kyle Adams. This is Kyle's first Adirondack Challenge. Kyle is the boyfriend of the governor's daughter, Kara. Dude, I would be very careful. Do you see all the police around? Speaking of uniforms and police, there is a special group that we all should acknowledge for the real bravery and heroism that they always display, often without any consideration for their own needs. Today would not have been possible without the incredible dedication and service of the New York State Police and their many partners in local law enforcement, men and women who demonstrated that service this summer with their tireless pursuit and capture of the 2 escaped inmates from Clinton Correctional Facility. I would like to call up Major Stephen Nevins on behalf of the New York State Police to accept this symbol of our gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, they are receiving the key to the Adirondacks. Congratulations to all of our competitors today. Now please welcome back to the stage Senator Betty Little.
There. Thank you. This is a real privilege for me because I feel really honored to introduce all of you for a very special award, my friend and all of our friends here in the North Country. You know, this is called the Adirondack Challenge, and it's a lot of fun. But you know, the true challenge for the Adirondack in past years has been to get attention, to get acknowledgement from the state, to get money to come to our area, and to really be able to attract more and more tourists to come here. And our governor has had a laser focus on the Adirondacks. He not only loves being here, when he's here, he looks around, he sees what's happening here, or what had happened here. And hopefully now he sees the good things that are happening to here as a result of his effort, his attention, and his just focus on the Adirondacks. Sorry to the rest of the state, but we feel he really focuses on us the most. But, you know, even when he went to Cuba, he took New York State's second best known product, maple syrup, to Cuba with him. So he is a true advocate for our state, the entire state, I have to admit, but especially for the Adirondacks. And it is my real, genuine, sincere privilege to make the governor an honorary member of the Adirondacks, of the North Country family, and to give him the award of being the Adirondack Champion.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is what we want you to remember when you go back. The Adirondacks, severe heat. That's what, that is the message. Today was fantastic on so many levels. I want to thank Senator Betty Little. I want to thank all the local officials who worked so hard and made us feel so welcome. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to thank Bill Farber, who did a great job. Bill, thank you very much for all your help. We had assembly people who came from all over the state. Literally, we had people come up from Suffolk. We had people come from Western New York and Buffalo once again just to be with us and show their solidarity. Let's give them a round of applause. Howard Zemsky and ESDC runs the I Love New York campaign, so he's paying for everything. So let's give him a round of applause. I should note that the Zemsky raft did not receive any awards, if you noticed, because they were actually disqualified from the competition. There was a suggestion that they tried to influence the timekeeper, and that's why the Zemsky raft won nothing. But give him a round of applause for trying to do whatever he could do to win. To the Congresswoman, to all the elected officials, to all our friends, today was a lot of fun, and we want it to be fun. We know that people took a lot of time and a lot of effort to be here, and I hope you had as much fun as I did and my family did. But there's also a serious part of today, which you heard, which is about tourism. And tourism is serious business. And we started 4 years ago working on tourism because I really believe that this state has anything anyone could want in terms of tourism. And human nature is, you're thinking vacation, you think we have to go somewhere else to see something. There is no reason to leave the state of New York. There really is not. And we just have to advertise that. Our friends from New York City, we have that downstate market, 9 million people. Many of them have never seen the Adirondacks, never been introduced to the Adirondacks. And once they're here and once they see it, they're shocked. So I've always believed that the challenge for the North Country especially is just exposure. Just let them see what you have, and they will come back, and they will come back. And it is big business for the North Country. It's worked all across the state. We hit the $100 billion mark in tourism dollars. $100 billion. In the Adirondacks itself, $1.29 billion in tourism, 20,000 jobs. And to my colleagues in the legislature who had the good sense to increase the investment in the I Love New York campaign, there has been a 16% increase in tourism in this state in just the past 3 years, believe it or not. So give them a round of applause. We're going to keep a good thing going. We're going to double the advertising budget that advertises the Adirondacks in the New York City area. We're going to use the MTA buses and subways to make sure the entire downstate understands what we have here. We have a new app and website that's just for the Adirondacks, so you can plan your trip on a website now. We are adding to the lottery tickets on the scratch-off lottery game a prize where you can win a paid trip to the Adirondacks as one of the prizes on the lottery scratch-off games. And DEC is going to invest an additional $2 million in campsites in the Adirondacks to make sure everyone has a great experience. But you heard the message about the Adirondacks, and I'll tell you what is exciting. When my colleagues from the legislature come up from New York City or from Long Island or from Western New York, they always say the same thing to me afterwards, which is why, I didn't know the Adirondacks were that beautiful. I just didn't know. And it's certainly true about the Adirondacks, but it's also true about Western New York and Central New York and the Southern Tier. We have such a beautiful and diverse state. You know, I've worked in every state in the United States when I was in the federal government, most of them more than one time. No state has what we have here, which is we have almost the best of everything in one place. You want the greatest urban area on the globe, we have it. You want the most beautiful natural mountain range, we have it. You want farmland, we have it. You want the most beautiful roads, we have it. Anything you could want, we have here in this state, we just have to expose it. And that's what the tourism is all about. And it's not just been the tourism. There has been a recognition about the needs of upstate New York in a way that has not existed in modern political history. And this is, Senator Betty Little referred to it, and she was kind. There was a sense in the North Country that they were almost a stepchild of New York. They associated more with Canada in some ways than with Albany and New York City. Western New York thought that they were forgotten and that they were somewhere else. And in truth, so much of the focus went to downstate New York for understandable reasons. Upstate New York felt neglected. In time, in attention, in Woody Allen just showing up, also in terms of investment. The economy in upstate New York was very, very tough for many, many years. And at a time when New York City was booming, upstate New York was suffering. And that dichotomy was very painful for upstate New York. We changed that reality over the past 4 years. We really did. By activities like this, by showing up, by exposing, by cross-fertilizing, by saying that this is one state, it's not upstate, it's not downstate, we're all together, we're one family, we're one balance sheet. We want upstate to do well, and we want downstate to do well because they both have a positive synergy, one for the other. You're seeing growth in upstate New York that is unimaginable. Mark Polenklaus, County Executive, Erie County, won the Rafting While Creating Jobs Award, novel combination. More jobs exist in Western New York today than any time in history, period. The numbers on the North Country growth, what the Regional Economic Development Council is doing is extraordinary. You see record job growth in the North Country, and you see that all across upstate New York. It's what we said would happen. It's what we said we would do. Bill is exactly right. And it's what's happening. We just have to keep it going, and we just have to do more of it. It happens because, at the end of the day, New Yorkers get it. We are one people. We believe in each other. We're one community. The legislature works together in a way they haven't worked together in decades. They understand each other's needs, and they come from different places, and they have different needs, but they're one for the other. Our local officials have done an extraordinary job, and this is just a celebration of all of the above. So thank you, congratulations. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I'll see you next year. Thank you.